I turn it on? Is it on?
You're on.
I believe that I receive what I decree. It belongs to me. I believe that I receive what I decree. It belongs to me. So I'm going to speak my word into the atmosphere. Speak my word into the atmosphere. Oh, I'm going to speak my word into the atmosphere. Speak my word into the atmosphere. Good morning, beloveds.
Good morning.
We are continuing on our series, It's All About You. And we're doing that because it is, in fact, all about you. Because here's what we know. The planet will raise its consciousness one individual at a time. Yes, sir. And as you raise your consciousness, as you come into your own and become who you are meant to be, we raise the consciousness of the planet. And so we are focusing the last few weeks and next another week or so on you. And today, it's about just say yes. Just say yes. We're focusing on the universal powers. I've talked in the last couple of weeks, and I call them the Power Four, which is the law of cause and effect, the law of attraction and focus, the laws of expectation, and the law of congruency, which says, sow without, sow within. You will know them by their fruits. As we speak our words, we speak our life into existence. And so it's very powerful that we understand what our words are and what we are saying. We are claiming our lives through the law of expectation. As we speak, we're talking from a place, our thoughts and our words come from what we believe. It comes from what we believe. And as we speak our words and what we believe, we draw that, and what we expect. That's what our words tell us, what we expect. We draw it into our lives. What we say is a reflection of what we believe is possible. And so I want to talk to you today about three things. Be conscious of your consciousness. Be conscious of your consciousness. I want to talk about the power of I am. The power of I am. And I want you to be aware of the fact that you are speaking your life into existence. So your words are powerful. So, be conscious of your consciousness. This is about the law of expectation. So, what am I saying? When I'm asking you to be conscious of your consciousness, what are we doing?
Paying attention.
We're paying attention. Paying attention to what?
Ourselves, our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings,
Here and now.
our actions.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. We're paying attention to what we're saying, what's coming out of our mouths, and then also to, after what comes out of our mouths, what actually happens then? What do we manifest? Either in our emotions or the physical planet. What do we manifest? So we're paying attention to that. Benjamin Disraeli said this: to be conscious that you are ignorant of the facts is a great step toward knowledge. To be conscious that you are ignorant of the facts is a great step towards knowledge. And that's what we are doing. So this is about what you expect. As we're looking at our lives, we're thinking about what you expect out of your life. What do you think? What do you imagine? What do you see? What goes through your mind? As you are thinking about taking on a new job, a new experience, a new relationship, what's the self-talk? What do you say about it? What do you think about it? What do you feel about it? What do you believe about it? Let's take something we're about to do right now, the Arts Gobble. And we've had Ellen come up and tell us about she needs some volunteers, some leaders, all the wonderful things that are going to happen with the Arts Gobble. And we know we're going to do this wonderful community art. Everyone's going to come together and be a part of the community art project that we're going to put together. So what are your thoughts about that as you prepare to serve? Are you asking yourself, well, what is it I have to do? What are they going to ask me to do? Can I handle it? What if I disappoint them? What if I can't do it? They ask me to do something I simply can't do. Do I know enough? Can I do enough? Am I enough? These are the questions we ask ourselves all the time. But let me tell you something right now. I'm here to tell you, believe me when I tell you, you are enough. You are enough, and so I want you to say with me, I am enough. I am enough. Okay? Say that all the time. I am enough. Whenever those doubts come up, when you're about to do something and you're about to, step into something, because Spirit is always calling us in different ways. And we want to be able to respond to that. So I am enough is what we start with. And how do we raise the level of our consciousness? We become aware of our thoughts and the effects of those thoughts on our lives. Here's something that always happens. I don't know if other women in the room or if you're in a relationship, if this happens for you, but I'm always asked to find things. Right? At our home, Jason would always say, can you help me find this, that, or the other thing? Apparently, we have some sort of, it's called the uterine effect. We can find things, all right? Here's my theory. This is actually a holdover from the hunter-gatherer society. Because if you think about it, the men went out and hunted, and that's what their holdout. They brought the food back, and we took care of the rest, right? So as we're moving, we're nomadic. And we're not just moving all over the world. We're moving from one place to the next. In the springtime, we move one place. Summertime, we move someplace else. Wintertime, we move someplace else. So we're always going back to those same places, but we're moving. What we do as women is that we're always spotting stuff. We're saying, oh, you know what? When we walk through this path over here, that's where the peppermint was. So next time somebody has a stomachache, we know to come back and get that. We walk over here, oh, you know what? That's where the corn is, and that's where blah, blah, blah. We're always looking at stuff. I think it's a holdover from that, because that's what I do. So the truth is, the reason why I can find things is because I watch my thoughts about it. When I lose something, if I'm looking for my keys, let's say, oh, where are the keys to my car? Now here's the way it can go, one way or the other. Oh my God, I've lost my keys. Or, no, the keys are here somewhere. Find them. They're here. And I've never not found them. That's a double negative. I've always found them. I've always found them. So it's about your thought. Whatever it is, if you're going to, and people always talk about this all the time, it doesn't matter to me, I don't care about a parking spot because I need to exercise. But if you want a good parking spot, all you got to do when you're driving up is just say in your mind, I'm going to find a great parking spot. There's going to be a parking spot right up front. That's all you got to do. If you're going in there and you go, there's never a parking spot for me, you're right. There isn't going to be a parking spot. I mean, there will be, but it'll be way in the back somewhere with the trucks. Right? Okay, so it's about what you think, watching your thoughts. It's important that we raise the level of our consciousness and look for what we expect. I expect to find those keys. I expect to have whatever it is that I have. If you're not getting what you want, think about what's happening, what's preceding that. We want to go and help Ellen and help us at the Arts Goggle. Then we just think about it. It's going to be a fantastic event. We are going to have thousands of people come through our booth and want to know what's happening here at Harmony Fellowship. That's the expectation. We can set it. So whatever your role in is, believe me, you are enough and you can get it done. Okay? That's what we need to know. The next thing, the second thing, there's three things. The first thing I said was the consciousness of our consciousness. The second thing I want you to know is the power of I am. I am is what you are proclaiming about you. Whatever you're saying. Whatever you say, the universe agrees with you. It has no judgment on it. You're the master. You can say, I am anything. I am good, I am bad, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm skinny, whatever. And no one can convince you otherwise. You can be as thin as a rail. But if in your mind you're saying, I am fat, I need to lose, you're never going to see yourself. I mean, it's what you say. You're claiming your life. Jesus said, we're not to live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. And who are we? But God, right? The mind of God is within us. So every word that proceeds from our mouth is proceeding from the mouth of God. And we are creating that in our lives. So it's important that we understand that. And this is not about, let me just assure you, that this is not about random thoughts. Because we all have random thoughts. You know, about, my God, I hate it, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your predominant thoughts. The thoughts that run over your mind day in and day out. That are always in your mind. That is what you are bringing into your life. That is your reality. Manifestation results from our thoughts and from what we speak into existence. Because again, the underlying thoughts and beliefs that we have are the source of our words. Do you understand that? That's why the words are powerful. The words aren't powerful by themselves. They're powerful because of the beliefs that we have underneath them. Okay? That's what makes them powerful. Spirit, source, God always says yes. Always. And you know what you're saying yes to and what you're asking for by the physical and emotional manifestations that you have in your life. And we manifest from our own choosing. From our own choosing. That's how we manifest our lives. We are doing it. Becoming conscious of our consciousness and understanding the power of I am changes our world individually and then changes the world at large. It raises the consciousness, and that's what we're here to do. Change the world. That's what we're here to do. So speaking your life into existence, your words invoke your reality. And from every I, it doesn't even have to be I am, just I, because am is obviously following it. Whatever you say, I, you are speaking your life into existence. So I want to ask you this. When opportunities arise, you get to say yes or no. We're always at choice. We get to choose our life. We're always at choice. When an opportunity arises, we get to say whether we do or we don't want to do something. So here's another place to become aware of your consciousness. So as you look to see and something comes up, you're looking to see whether you say yes or you say no. So here's an example, a story. How I happen to be ready. Why I'm ready to be here and to be the leader of Harmony Fellowship. This just didn't happen overnight, right? Glenn talked to me about being a minister, I think 15 years ago. Glenn said that. And my position was absolutely not. Are you insane? What now? No, first of all, I don't know anything, and whatever. I can't do it. I talk too fast. Nobody can stand me. Plus, I'll probably cuss on the stage. I'm simply not fit to do it. I can't do it. So the truth is, whatever I said, it didn't matter. The truth is, I just simply didn't feel qualified. My self-talk was, I wasn't enough. I can't do it. I don't have a PhD. I haven't studied religious studies. I can't talk to everybody about the Bible, and I don't know those things. So there's no way. That was my self-talk. But Glenn and Pat held the light of truth for me. They looked at me and they saw the truth. Angelo Pizzello, who is the head of Anton, which is the affiliated New Thought Network, which we're going to be a part of. He is the administrator for that. He's also the head of the Emerson School, Emerson Institute. We're going to be taking some classes through that as well. He held the light for me. He said, no, you've been a minister. We're waiting for you to catch up with that idea. But that's definitely the case. And Jason held the light for me. And he said, you are the most spiritual person I know. It doesn't make any difference what you know. You know God. What else do you need to know? What else do you need to know? And so my point is this, is that my default answer changed. So instead of saying yes, so when it was time, and when we came back in 2016, and I came here to the church, and they both said, hey, oh, you guys are back. You ready to be the minister? time, instead of saying no, I thought to myself, maybe. Maybe. Okay. And then when the time was right and you guys were ready, it was a yes for me. So my point is this, that you can change your consciousness and become aware of what it is you're doing, what you're saying no to automatically, what's going on. And the question is, what is your default answer? What is your default answer? Okay. Saying yes is scary. It can be scary. It's easy. It's much easier to just say no. Because you don't have to. If you say yes, you might have to do something. Oh, my stars. Saying no, you get to put things off. But if you say no to opportunities, and I want to make this very clear, the universe is abundant. Opportunities come all the time, but not the same ones. Different ones. Okay? So when an opportunity comes, you need to be thinking about, and that's not necessarily the default answer being no, but maybe sometimes it's going to be yes. Sometimes it's just a habit. We're just in the habit of saying no. Just in the habit of not going out and doing things. Just getting the habit. Assuming that we know or we don't know what's going to happen. If I do that, here's what's going to happen. You don't know. You don't know. Because boots on the, it's theory. In your mind, when you're thinking about taking on something, you're imagining and thinking about what it could be, but that's really simply a theory. You don't know what it's going to be like until you put your boots on the ground and actually step into it. So you don't need to worry about saying no. Saying yes leads to some surprising and unexpected opportunities. So I'm going to ask you this. What would happen if you were to say yes more? What do you think would happen? Transformation. That's what would happen. You will be transformed when you say yes. There's lots of opportunities to say yes. Opportunities to try something new. Opportunities, possibilities, new adventures. I say yes to something that's scary. Because that's an opportunity for you to grow, to evolve into the next thing it's time for you to be. Say yes to something you don't quite understand. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't quite understand it, but go ahead and say yes anyway. Say yes to things that are going to help you learn more about who you are and who you're meant to be. Say yes to new friends. If you guys hadn't said yes to me, where would I be? All of you have said yes. Where would I be if I hadn't? If you had not? If I had not said yes to you? Okay. Say yes. Say yes to random encounters. Somebody comes up and goes, my sister who passed away a couple years ago, but her favorite thing was when I asked her to do something, I said, hey baby, come go with me to whatever it was I was asking her to do. And she would always say, I would have if you told me earlier. Well, honey, listen, I just found out. I'm jumping on it, and I need you to jump on it. No. But later, sometime, just before she passed away, maybe a year or so, something changed in her. And she was ready to say yes. And she said yes to everything I asked her to do. Everything, anybody. I don't know what happened in her life. I really don't. But she was ready to say yes. And I mean, that girl was up and gone. And that had never happened in her whole life. I'm so glad that she had an opportunity to do that before she passed away. She was up and gone. So you just don't know. Just say yes. But here's a thing that I learned a long time ago. I could have been by Brian Tracy. I talked to you about gurus, and if you don't have one, buy one. Just go get a book and right. Just go to one of their seminars or whatever. And I think it was Brian Tracy. I claim that he's the one that says everything. It could be somebody else. But anyway, here's the thing: when someone's talking to you, and you can tell, and they can tell too. I don't know why they don't stop talking though when they can tell us. But anyway, they can tell that you're bored, right? Because you're doing this. Right? You're pulling back. So I want you to try this, really. Try this. When someone's starting to bore you with what they're saying, lean into them. Because the automatic thing when you're bored is to lean away. But lean in. I'm telling you, you'll wake up. You'll wake up and become interested in what they're saying. It happens every single time. When I find myself pulling away from someone, that's why you guys see me all the time. I'm saying you're bored, but I'm saying I lean into people. I'm looking in your eye. I'm leaning because I want to connect with that God space in me, with God. I want to connect with God. So I don't allow myself to lean back. So lean in. Lean into your life is the point I'm making. Lean into life. But here's the biggest reason to say yes. Because saying yes is a walk with spirit. It's a spirit walk. It's saying yes to the universe. Yes has magic in it. It is magical. There's a spark that happens. There's something that's being stirred up in you. There's energy around things. And you feel that energy, you feel that spark. Go ahead and say yes to it. Follow the light you see, or follow the light that's in front of you. Let spirit, as intuition, guide you. Don't worry about saying yes. Just go ahead and say yes. Saying yes is where the miracle happens. Start right now. Don't wait until you know enough, because let me tell you something. The universe knows plenty, which means you do too. Just because you're unaware that you know, doesn't mean you don't know. And when you say yes, again, the law of expectation and the law of attraction will pull to you what you need to know. It will. I have a story that I'm going to tell you, but I don't want to put it on tape. So, I will tell you, come up to me after. I don't want a record of it. But if you want to, it's a really great story about that. I'll tell you about it after. Spirit is stirring up something in you. When opportunity comes, and there's a little spark of energy for you, Spirit is stirring up something in you. And that's why you want to say yes. Yes leads to more opportunities and more miracles. You just have to have faith. Now I'm going to show you something, and I want to share this with you now. It's a wonderful video. Watch it all the way through. The miracle happens at the end. Okay? Want to go ahead and play it, Chuck? This is a leap of faith.
The perfect launch. And a controlled drop. This is as good an ascent as it's possible to make.
Oh my God.
Keep watching. It's all right.
Its perils are there to meet it. The resilience of Americans to that is extraordinary.
That's one tough bird.
We don't know what's going to happen, but we know that the universe, you just take a leap of faith. The universe will never leave you. Just because it's not always going to be smooth, you're going to get to the end and you're going to be greater than you were when you started. Believe me. Jason asked me to go to Vietnam with him. He was asking me for, I want to say, 20 years. 20 years of our marriage, and I kept saying no. No, Vietnam? Are you crazy? It's a war-torn country. We were already over there fighting. What will I see if I go? What will I see if I go? Isn't it going to just be all kinds of torn up buildings and, no, I don't want to go. And so finally, he just kept saying he needed to go, because he was a Vietnam vet. And just in 2005, we had like 30 days, we were both in between work, and I said, all right, let's go. Let's just go. Let's just go on a 30-day vacation, 30 days. And Give ourselves permission to, if we get there and we don't like it, we can come back. And if we get there and we like it, we can stay longer. We stayed for 11 years. We stayed for 11 years. And this is what I got to do. These are the friends that I made, and I still, lots of them I'm still friends with, and they come to the U.S. to visit me. This is where I lived. I got a chance to bring my nephew over with me. We had a band, PJ Stanley Band. And we did great stuff together. This is a crowd of people that I just enjoy performing with. I'm still friends with this woman. If you guys, I write books, by the way, so, and there's a great character in one of my books called Kaz. Kaz the Beautiful. And it's based on this girl right here, my best friend, Kim. This is my long-term fan. He's bowing down, telling me how wonderful I am. And we're still friends. I go to see him all the time, and he comes to see me. This is another fan watching me at some place that I was able to go to. This is me bringing my sister over. We got to wash elephants in the river. These are all the wonderful things that we got to do because I finally said yes. I'm here to tell you that it's powerful to be able to say yes. God, when you say yes, it's like you're telling the universe, I know you have me. You're saying to yourself, me and God have this. I got this. Romans 8:31 says, if God is for us, who can be against us? Who can be against us? You just need to know that in your heart, that whatever you say yes to and step out to, God will not leave you. Will always be there. Yes, it might be a little rough, it might be a little goose bumping along the way, but it'll be okay. Take a leap of faith, and you will come out someplace you never thought possible. You never thought possible. So I want to ask yourself this. Why not say yes? I mean, why not? What do you really have to lose? And instead of asking ourselves, what's the worst that could happen, why don't you ask yourself, what's the best that could happen? Why don't we just change our language? What's the best that could happen? Great things. Friendships, music, traveling. I mean, I don't know. All kinds of things, though, can happen when you say yes. So, 3 things. Let's become aware and conscious of our consciousness. What are we expecting? Because whatever we're expecting, whatever we confidently expect, we will get. We have to watch our words. The power of I am, the words you speak about you. And you can change the I am. You might be saying I am not enough. That's okay. Start just changing to, you can just, I am not enough, and just go, you know what, no, change that. I am enough. And if your automatic thing is I am something and you don't want to say it, just say, no, that's not true. And say what is true, or what you wish to be true, until it is. We have the opportunity all the time to hold the light with each other. When you come here, there's no one here that I know of, there's no one here that doesn't believe in you. You tell somebody here that you're trying to do something, they're good for you. You go. What do you need from me? That's what we do here. That's what we have the opportunity here. This is a fabulous home, a fabulous spiritual home. Thank you so much for letting us be here. And the third thing is speak your life into existence. So say what you want. Speak it into existence. For the coming week, what I'd like you to do is to watch your thoughts. Just take a look at them. Just, you know, and particularly, what makes it very powerful is if something has occurred that you didn't want to happen. It didn't turn out quite like you wanted it to. Just look back and think, what were my thoughts before it happened? What was I thinking before it happened? Think about that. And how would I change my thoughts if I wanted a different outcome? Because the outcome you got is because of what you were thinking about before it happened. Okay? So think about that. And then watch your I am words. What are your I am? I am love, I am sad, I'm stupid, I'm successful, I'm enough. What are you saying? I am. I'm priceless. What are you saying? Watch those words. I am one with God. That much we should all be able to say, because that is true. And once you know that, the rest of it's true. I am all the wonderful things, because I am one with God. These are some things you could say. If you don't have any great I ams you want to say, you can say these. I'm a child of the Most High. I am blessed. I am victorious. I'm healthy. I'm passionate. I'm worthy. I'm valuable. Whatever comes before I am is what you are. So I'd like for you to think about that. for the coming week. We are children of God. We are enough. We are enough. Believe it. Know it. And say yes